The human body is a truly remarkable machine. Starting when the body is nothing but a microscopic embryo, all of the plans for what that body will ultimately become are hidden in the chromosomes. It's a wonderful blueprint for allowing that body to grow and to develop and to mature. And there are construction crews within the body that allow the bones to form, the muscles to develop, and the skin covering to grow, and all the internal organs to develop and mature, but also to know when to stop growing so that all the parts can fit together as a wonderful whole. And even better, when something is damaged and needs to be repaired, we break a bone, or we tear a muscle, or we get a cut on our skin, we have inbuilt mechanisms to actually bring those bones back together. It's not a cast on a broken arm that heals us. We heal from within.
What's so amazing about the body is that on a minute-to-minute, hour-to-hour basis, every second we're alive, the body is trying its ultimate to repair and remove and rejuvenate and heal. The powers that keep us healthy and young are much greater than the powers that age us. The problem is, this protective armor, this amazing power is destroyed because Americans have withheld these fuels, the phytochemicals and nutrients the body needs for its self-healing powers to be fully manifest. So built into our genetic code, built into the DNA of every single cell, are mechanisms which try to purify that cell and restore itself to normalcy, the DNA code that it was born with. Any damage to that code, any damage to the cytoplasm of the cell, we have mechanisms, we have free radicals which chew up waste. But if free radicals aren't controlled and they become excessive, it can create disease.
What a free radical is chemically, it's any atom or molecule that has unpaired electrons in its outer orbital. That doesn't mean much to most of us. Basically what it is, it's a very reactive particle. And when it bounces around inside of the cell, anything it touches, it burns or oxidizes. We call this oxidation. So if these little particles hit the membrane of the cell, they burn the membrane. If they touch the DNA, they damage the DNA. If they touch the enzymes in the cell, they damage the enzymes. The number one source of free radicals is metabolism within the cell. During the process of making energy, about 3 to 5% of the oxygen that goes into making energy is diverted to making free radicals. And these can be very damaging. It's just an unfortunate aspect of life. Anything that increases metabolism increases free radical generation. Things like inflammation or infection, extreme stress, they all dramatically increase free radical generation. And all of these things produce increased disease incidence.
We have cellular organelles which process waste, and we have other parts of the cell that are sentinels, which search for anything that's wrong with the cells and try to fix it before damage can occur. In other words, people don't respect enough the ability of the body to protect themselves. We don't have to walk around with the fear of dying of a heart attack at any moment. You should be free to go out there and run for a bus, ski down a ski slope, sprint to first base. You don't have to worry you're going to have a heart attack. But Americans have to worry. That fear is so unnecessary. If they would merely live within the biological laws that govern human existence. That we're designed to be disease-proof. Heart disease isn't normal. Americans see it as a normal consequence of aging, this atherosclerotic process, for example. Rather, you had to work hard to earn those diseases. You had to really deviate tremendously from the lifestyle and diet that we've been designed for by nature or God. When we adopt a diet made of these wondrous natural foods with all these protective phytochemicals, it allows the body's natural tendency to maintain normalcy and to maintain the youthful state of its blood vessels. It allows it to do what it's meant to do. It's not that these nutrients are anti-heart disease or anti-cancer. It's more or less that cancer or heart disease was never in the design of the system. That's not what's supposed to happen. It's just if you hit yourself with a hammer, every day you keep smashing yourself, you're going to develop a problem. Our bodies can't be disease-proof if we abuse them. They're only disease-proof if we don't abuse them. So the real question is, how do we not abuse our body so its natural, miraculous tendency towards self-healing is able to function in a normal fashion? And when we allow our bodies just to function normally, normal people don't get heart disease. That's an abnormal state that a person had to earn through a lifetime of eating a diet style that's not designed for our species.